Okay, you little bitches, it's time to drink some walk and smoke some cocks. It's HomieVulgaris.
Welcome back to HomieVulgaris. Welcome back. It's been it's been interesting the past couple of days.
Has it?
Yeah, I'm sick as a dog. I think I have walking pneumonia. Pretty sure I do. I've been sick since like September, like middle of September, and it's now the middle of October, and I have not gotten any better, and it just like sucks. And
that's probably not good.
Yeah, and I feel like if I go to a doctor, this is like really schizophrenic Marcos hours here, but if I go to a doctor, he's just gonna tell me that I'm already dead, and I don't, you know what I'm saying? And like that's my biggest fear is going to a doctor, and the two outcomes. He's like, you've been dead for months. We're gonna have to bury you, right? Which that's impossible. It's never happened. The second one is like, hey, I don't know how you made it this far, but you have all of the cancers. You have every cancer. You have them all, and they're all.
And we could have maybe done something about it if you come to see us earlier, but you know, it's too late now.
Well, no, they're like now the only thing keeping you alive is that all of the cancers are trying to kill each other.
Yeah,
so that the one single cancer, yeah, it's gonna get you, and that's a big fear of mine. Those two things I'm very frightful of those things. They're irrational fears. I have lots. I am a man motivated by lots of irrational fears, and I think that like embracing them is probably not the worst thing that I do. Do you know what I'm saying?
Not the worst thing you do, but
I don't even think it cracks like top 6 of the worst shit that I do. Not even like top 20.
You don't have a linear list. It's just a circle of bad things you do. They're all roughly about. None of them are terribly harmful to other people, except that one of these days your dumbass is going to get yourself killed through it, and then everybody around you is going to be hurt more than. Sorry, sensitive topic.
Well, that's their fault for liking me. You know what I'm saying? That's on you guys, actually. Yeah. That's the one I don't feel bad about. That's, hey, listen. You see this guy who's a fucking disaster, a mess, and you're like, I really like this guy. Fool. Idiot. Dummy. Dummy. I should have left. You should leave.
Very egomaniacal of you. Like, I'm so special that I deserve to be hated more than anybody else.
Yeah. No, it's not that I deserve to be hated. That's not where this comes from. This is coming from, like, I wouldn't help me out. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't look at a guy like myself and be like, you know what that guy needs? Help and patience and kindness. I'd be like, this guy needs to get it fucking. This guy's fucking a loser, bro.
That's why we're warriors of each other, because I look at you like, this guy does need help and patience and kindness and maybe a muzzle, and probably needs to get his shots. And
No. Drop this man in the woods. Let's see if he's really about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's see if he's really about. No, I don't know.
See, you do the same thing the rhidoids do. You just like trans people. It's like, man, weak. I mean, they are bitch-ass gamers. I can't get in. I can't, in good faith, be like, yeah, people who talk about other people being weak.
I think about that a lot because, like, one of the things that's interesting to me is that I don't personally see myself as a strong guy. When I really look in the mirror, when I really look deeply at myself, I see myself as, like, a very pathetic guy. But, like, I am aware of it. And I would like to change it. And I think that striving comes from like a honest place. It comes from like a genuine place. And I think
I mean, you're not going to think it comes from a dishonest place.
Well, no, because I do think that some people do, like, I can't be the ideals that I would like to live up to, so I will portray them. Whereas, like, I more or less am like, if I can't embody the shit, then I have to cut the parts of me. I have to cut out those parts of me that don't fit in that.
But you do the then I'll portray it thing. That's like Marcos 101.
Yeah, but it comes from a place of genuine. It's genuine.
What do you think your strengths are?
Damn, this is. I'm mad persistent. I'm way more persistent than the next motherfucker.
This is true.
I think that I have which I think like tenacity, but it's also stubbornness, right? I'm aware that it's the chiral approach to this is for all of my persistence and get back up and don't stop coming.
Your Goku get him attitude.
Yeah. It's also, it comes off as like arrogance and stubbornness, right? Which I'm aware of that. And I try to counterbalance it by not taking myself seriously. Does that make any sense? Where like, I think that's, I don't know. You have to strike some kind of balance.
Well, do you think it makes sense?
No, but I'm not a good judge of that.
Why do you think you're not a good judge of that?
Of what makes sense? Because if the shit that I thought made sense, then I wouldn't be who I am. Does that make does that make sense? I need.
Does it make sense to you?
No, I need approval. I need outside perspective. It's why
Why do you think you need approval?
Because, well, it's not approval. I need outside perspective. Because if not, then I would just be doing this podcast Bill Burr style by myself in a dark room in a closet every day. And
Bill Burr makes more money than we do. He made a bunch recently, I heard.
Yeah, at the Riyadh Festival.
I don't really give a shit either. I'm like, whatever, man, get the bag.
I think
I wouldn't. I might not do. Actually, I would absolutely do it if I had money to turn it down. Like if I had money already, I might turn it down. But I ain't no pocket watcher, man.
I wouldn't do it. But because there's more money to be made in not doing it than there is in doing it.
I bet the Dubai Coke's really good.
I know, I doubt that. I heavily doubt that.
They invented hashish over there in Yonder.
Coke's got sand in it, dude. Speaking of, actually, I'm glad you brought up cocaine.
Why are you glad that I brought up cocaine?
Because you know what I've been doing a lot recently?
Why have you been doing it?
Not cocaine.
That's
something
too
called,
bad.
I think it's called insonitol, which is the fake cocaine. So I'm doing bits. Like, I'm filming stuff.
How do you spell this? Do they sell it at the gas station?
They do not sell it at the gas station. If you buy it from I'll see if I can.
Insonitol.
Or insonitol?
Oh, insonitol! Confounded Providence.
Inositol.
Inositol, there we go. It's a form of sugar?
Yes. Inositol. It is what they use in
Cocaine's
movies.
kind of like sugar.
Well, it's what they use in movies to simulate fake cocaine.
Oh.
I looked this up because I am filming skits for, like, to intersperse throughout the podcast, and one of the skits that I wanted to do is I want to be like, what's up, guys? My whole life changed once I started getting the HomieVulgaris branded focusing powder, and it's supposed to, like, I'm just selling you cocaine is the point, right? But I started taking it, like, nasally, as like just to get used to it, and now I've been doing it unironically because it does actually help with focus, and it's and like I might be the only guy to ever like low key get addicted to fake cocaine. I'm not doing it all the time, but it is part of my morning routine now, where like
I do lion's mane for that, but okay.
I do caffeine for like I do caffeine. My this is my daily morning stack. I do double the amount of creatine that you're supposed to take because it's good for your brain. I know that sounds like I made that up. It's not. You can look it up. It's a nootropic. I do a cup of coffee. I mix in that cup of coffee. What is that shit called? I can't remember. Collagen peptides. And then I drink a tall glass of, like, I drink it like a tea, but it's not a tea. But I drink a tall glass of powdered beetroot, like just boiling water and powdered beetroot, and it tastes like beet soup but very thin, and it's good for your. But now on top of that, I now fucking do a line of insonitol.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, and god damn does it wake you up. It's like, oh, whoa, my day has started. And it's nice because it does help you with like laser focusing. I don't think I'm doing it correctly. I think you're supposed to mix it in drinks.
Yeah, I just looked it up. I see they sell it in capsule form, and
yeah,
you should probably do that. Probably better for your sinuses and
getting like a post.
Maybe that's why you have been having symptoms of a low key.
No, this is. I have started doing the insonitol as of 3 days ago, so it's been part of my 3-day routine, right? So I've only been doing it 3 days. I don't think. Listen, I think it's just a novel way to take Insonitol.
I got an idea for an album I've been wondering if you want to record called Fake Rumors. Mm-hmm. It's going to have songs like Don't Keep Thinking About Tomorrow, mm-hmm. Nightmares, mm-hmm. And I think if we take a bunch of Insonitol, we could be... I was trying to do a Fleetwood Mac joke here.
Yeah. Well, we need to have a tumultuous relationship.
Don't stop thinking about yesterday.
Yeah. What is it?
Don't start thinking about yesterday. That's it's gonna be our big hit single. They'll play at DNC conventions from now until the end of time, alongside "Beautiful Day" by U2.
Instead of Landslide, it would be Mudslide.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the other one? Never Break the Chain, but it would be Always Break the Chain. There we go. We're getting it.
If you do not love me by now, you might never not love me forever.
That's such a stupid joke.
Lightning only happens when it thunders.
Oh man, I was never a Fleetwood Mac guy.
I'm not either, but when the first time I actually sat down and listened to Rumors, it's like, oh, I know all these songs. I've heard this album piecemeal over the years, because this is clearly one of the GOAT records. Like, yeah, every song was a hit.
It's very white woman coded to me, but it's a type of white woman that I'm not very friendly with. I'm not on friendly terms with, right? Although we watched Lords of Salem.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It was a good movie. In the Discord, and I have not been able to stop thinking about my perfect life of being like a radio DJ with like 8 old lady roommates that I'm friends with. And
yeah,
we have little tea parties every day after work.
You got a black co-host, me.
You're not the black co-host.
I am.
I have been listening. I have a low key vibes playlist that I listen to at work. And I've been listening to it, and I've been thinking about. I'm like, damn, this is just Terrence music, and I've been thinking about sending it to you to see how you feel. To see how you feel, because I mean, every song is just a Terrence ass song, right? And like,
it's socially conscious rap.
No, it's stuff like there's even a Kanye West song in there, or there's a Kanye West feature in there.
Kanye used to be socially conscious.
Yeah,
he still is in his own way.
In a very weird way.
He just wants us to be conscious of creating a society for the preservation.
Kanye West saying the 14 words would probably break it would just destroy everyone.
You get an AI to do that.
Yeah, but if you were to just say it unironically, it would kind of like break everyone's brain, I feel like, right? Like, just because the absurdity of it that's the final wall of absurdity. Next to Yamo, I think Yamo is the real transgression. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that might not happen, but it might. He's got proclivities, is what I'm trying to say. He's got proclivities, right? I don't know.
The last person I heard about him doing weird sex stuff with was that big fat guy you like. It was like,
Dave Bluntz. Yeah, Dave Bluntz.
I'm sorry I said Heil Hitler. See, that shit is so not me.
I think it's good. I think it's good that we can have a diss track that is also an apology for racism. I think that honestly, Dave Bluntz is kind of uninspired in that way. Dave Bluntz makes the same songs over and over again. He's very much a product of his time, right? Like, he is very much... Hip-hop is going through this very fucked up growing pain right now, where, like, the only people that are making interesting hip-hop are not younger people, but older people.
Well, yeah.
A lot of hip-hop right now is made for and by unks, and, like, it's the unkification of the genre.
This happened to rock a few years back, and hip-hop had a little bit of a... Well, I mean, hip-hop's only, like, 20-ish years younger than rock, so it was gonna hit it eventually. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's only like... is Tyler an unk? He's still younger than me.
Yeah, he's still unk-coded. A lot of this, especially seeing is like one of the things.
It's because everybody made fun of all the lyrical miracle shit, but actually, by doing that, we scared people who would have started out doing lyrical miracle shit, but then evolved. Better. But now they're these 17-year-olds are too afraid to be accused of being cringe, so they just.
I think it's a multitude of things, but one of the main things that I think it is like it's a lack of like some type of creative. What was rewarded creatively was, I mean, like, this is gonna sound real conspiracy theory head, but like, what was rewarded creatively was stuff that was detrimental not just to black culture but to like urban culture, street culture.
Kind of gone back and forth on that over the years, honestly.
No, I don't. So okay, in the
like
90s,
in the in the 90s, it was very gangster and maybe detrimental, but it was kind of a lot of the 90s like gangster stuff. It's closer to like Johnny Cash,
No, but you have to understand, it was sincere. It was sincerity. Yeah. What it was it was record executives approaching people who are making this music independently. Yeah. Outside of like the music business and being like, we want to sell your product, right? And they sold that product and sold that lifestyle. Then the 2000s came, a lot of those guys got rich, and so their experience changed. Their ability to sell their product was changed now. It was like, now we are selling that we came into this rich. We are already at a level above, and we're experimenting with that. And what ended up happening was that the authenticity kind of fell apart. It was harder for people to kind of like feel some kind of like authentic experience in their music. And then record execs and record labels started approaching people that had the aesthetic but not the depth to interiorize that aesthetic, to fill it out. Do you get what I'm saying? To like, so you have a lot of like empty musicians.
I think that's a little part of it, but I think a lot of it, what's really happening is nobody makes any fucking money doing music anymore unless you're an established act. So like you can do your hippie like, well, the money shouldn't matter, but it kind of does. Like, if you have more money, that means you have more time to devote to your music. But nobody makes any fucking money anymore. You just get Sexy Red in there to do the worst fucking guest spot you've ever heard.
Sexy Red is legitimately like a fucking FBI COINTELPRO. Like,
I'd like to think that they would have produced better artists, because the CIA used to produce some really good shit.
Like Rumors. Like the Rumors album.
Yeah, or Jackson Pollock, or... that weird Raggedy Ann and Andy movie that nobody remembers, but if you do remember it, it's kind of in this weird fever dream, hot, sweaty way.
Yeah. It makes you have, like, you get, like, you feel like you have chicken pox when you think about it. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Perfect chicken pox movie.
It is a chicken pox ass movie. It's like
the white version of a dirty crack house.
Yes, it absolutely is.
Or maybe not, because those were like common and like, where the fuck do you even find a copy of that anymore? I think
the other one is like the Toaster movie.
Brave Little Toaster. Don't you fucking talk shit about
I'm not talking shit about it, but it is very much. I can tell the kind of childhood you have if you have strong opinions about the Brave Little Toaster.
No, it's you were very much movie.
You were very much an isolated child who did not have the technology that everyone else around you did.
I had the technology.
You probably had.
I had the technology.
I built this personality in a cave in Baghdad with a box of scraps. But I like, what is the prevailing? I don't know.
I love that song in the train in the junkyard where all the cars are singing about their memories of the good life before they're brutally murdered. It's a dark ass little kids movie.
It is a very, to me, the one thing that like I don't have personal opinions about that movie because I saw it as an adult, not as a child. What I saw
dozens of times as a child, it was one of my favorite videotapes, and it was. I think it definitely influenced my particular brand of melancholy.
My two that I watched was The Adventures of Timmy the Tooth, which I've talked to about, which you accurately described as a dirty crack house movie because it is a dirty crack house movie, and I think it's called Rock-a-Doodle-Doo.
Oh, the animated one with the Elvis rooster.
Yeah, but he's played by what's his name?
Not Elvis, the other guy.
No, he's gonna drive me crazy. He's literally a comedy legend. Fucking, oh my god, dude! I know this guy.
Pat Boone does a singing voice, I think.
No, I don't. Maybe I might be thinking of a different movie, but it's. Oh, I am thinking of a different movie because this one doesn't star a rooster. There's a rooster in it, but it's not.
Oh.
This is a movie where
talking about maybe Rock and Rule. Oh, the Rodney Dangerfield dog movie.
Yes.
I think it's just called Rodney.
Rodney, it might be. Yeah, those were the two, and then Oliver
and Company.
Oliver and Company. Those were the three. And then I remember watching a lot of We're Back, but not understanding a single thing about that movie. I to this day couldn't tell you what it was about. You want to know?
I had the book of it. It's based on a picture book. Very different.
Yes.
It's just about some dinosaurs and they eat some cereal that makes them smart. And
then magic.
Then for some reason the aliens we're sending you to the future.
Yeah.
For reasons.
What the? Yeah, and then there's I remember there was a guy with a magic eye.
Yeah,
like a
weird,
mechanical magical eye.
Screw eye.
Yes, yeah, and it was freaky.
And then he got killed by his ravens or something.
This is like two unks having fucking what is it?
I think about stop saying unk. God, you pick up a new internet word every 3 weeks and use it for 3 minutes.
That's how you build the algorithm, asshole. We need to get picked up by the algorithm.
Well, then you tag the pod as unk.
We could. I'll tag it as. I'll change the name right now. This is
uncification.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a weird movie. I also saw it a few times, and I do think about it a lot. But I've never felt like I should go rewatch it. I'm like, I'm kind of scared to rewatch it, honestly. I remember Screw Eye Guy. He was creepy as shit. I remember
another movie that I watched a lot of, and it's just like kind of. This is like proof that I might have just been gay my entire life and never realized it. But it was a movie called A Simple Wish, which it stars Martin Short. And it's terrible, dude.
Did you ever see the Don Bluth Thumbelina movie?
Yeah. That's child's play.
I watched it. No, it's not. When you go back, that movie is fucked. It's got a big titty char frog. The movie is basically all these little animals want to rape Thumbelina. Or except for Gilbert Gottfried as a bug who just wants to sexually exploit her body for her audiences. He's like, get me out of home, man. I think about every song from that movie. They're all burned into my head forever. But it's a horrible movie. Horrible movie. Thumbelina is the dumbest fucking protagonist ever. And the entire movie is just all Don Bluth movies are so much about rape fear.
Don Bluth movies are fucked up. They're extreme. Don Bluth was very fucked up.
Did you ever see The Pebble and the Penguin?
Yes.
That's about a penguin that has to get back in time so Tim Curry doesn't rape his girlfriend.
Yes, it's horrible.
I gotta sexual violence in Don Bluth movies.
I gotta really, really sit and express this, that I will know all I ever need to know if your 90s nostalgia movie is Fern Gully. Right, I'll know all I ever need to know about you.
My one.
No, but if that is the one that you think about the most,
I can't still sing the baddie rap off the top of my head, but don't ask me to not prove it.
No, thank you. We're fine. I'm fine. But I definitely I know everything I'll ever need to know about you. If that's your fucking if that's your 90s nostalgia movie. But I do want to talk about A Simple Wish. Because it's a movie, it's very weird. It's very weirdly progressive, because Martin Short plays a fairy godmother, right? And he's not in drag; he's just a guy that is a mom. He's the whole the premise of the joke is that he meets a little girl and he's like, "I'm your fairy godmother," and then she's like, "You're a dude," and he's like, "Dudes can be moms." And it's weird. It's a very weird movie. I can't remember the girl in it though.
Mara Wilson, Matilda.
Yes, but the other one, not the girl who plays the little girl. The girl, there's the blonde woman in the
Kathleen Turner.
It might be Kathleen Turner. I just remember having a massive crush on her because she was so rude. She was so mean and rude, and her voice is so raspy. And I love, those are like, that's my trifecta. If you're mean, rude, and raspy, it's over. Like, I'll fall in love with you, right? But
I've
yeah.
never even heard of this movie.
Yeah, no, most people haven't, dude. It was one of my favorite movies of all time, like literally. And I watched so much. We should just watch in the Discord to see if it holds up, which I know it does not hold up at all. But I was obsessed with it. I like watched it every day. It was part of my. I used to get shipped down to the farm once a year, like every summer, to go work on my grandpa's like nopale ranch, which is just like a cactus field. And if I wasn't working at the ranch picking the cactuses, like cutting the cactuses and pickling or like jarring them with my grandma, then my grandma would kick me out of the house. And she'd be like, don't come to the house unless you get some money in your pocket. And so I started to walk around because there's a bunch of orchards and fields and shit. So I would like glean walnuts or pick oranges or apricots or whatever. And then whatever I made, I would just bring it and give it to my grandma. And that was every day, every summer for me, like as a kid growing up. So I would like, and she would kick me out at like 5 a.m. and I wasn't allowed back in the house until like 7 o'clock at night. And there was no TV unless I was watching Matlock with my grandma or Channel 9, which was what played Frasier and Seinfeld at night. And then, so in like, if I got home early and my grandpa was watching like John Wayne movies or something and I couldn't use it, there was a single TV in the back that had no connection to anything except a single VCR, and I had 10 movies. And I just watched them.
Yeah, this is straight up dirty crack house. Like, this is like the description of the person who coined it, like them explaining it almost.
I had 10 movies.
You're a little older, so you'd have had videotapes.
They were video
DVDs,
these
but
were
we
videotapes,
had,
not DVDs. I didn't have DVDs. These were VHS tapes, right? And it was season 1 of In Living Color, right? That was the one that I watched. It was like a box set, so I don't count it as a bunch of 10 tapes. It's just one tape.
Yeah.
Right. It was Titanic. It was
it's a good movie.
A Simple Wish. It was Bug's Life. It was Annie, which, by the way, Annie is literally my favorite movie of all time.
Like, some of these are pretty good choices. Yeah. These are good movies.
Hope Floats, a Sandra Bullock flick,
which is go downhill there. Yeah,
not very good.
Yeah, we love Sandra Bullock here, but she was in a lot of movies, and they weren't all good.
They were not good. There's like 5 Timmy the Tape or Timmy the Tooth movies, but they're all like, it's a box set. So like, it's just that's one. As far as I'm concerned, that's one, right? And each tape is like 45 minutes long exactly. So like, it's really short. Then it was fucking Demolition Man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Demolition Man was one of them.
Hell yeah, one of my favorite pieces of right-wing art.
Yeah. Which is probably why my brain is, because watching Bug's Life and Demolition Man like constantly back and back, Bug's Life is is essentially the Communist Manifesto.
Yeah.
Right.
Whereas Demolition Man is like the duality of Dudes Rock.
Demolition Man is essentially it's Mein Kampf, but
no,
it's very Hitler. We should go watch it again because it's very much like it only exists in a fascist. Like you have to explain, it's extremely fascist because
it's not fascist, but that's right.
No, dude. No, it's fascist, dog. Because look, there's only two examples of society.
I'm talking about I'm not you. Okay,
there's only 2 examples of society in Demolition Man. All right, and the first example of society is like, if you follow the fucking rules, you will never have a problem. But these rules are airtight. You have to follow them, right? And you cannot exist in polite society if you don't follow them. And then the flip side of that is like, I will follow none of those rules under any circumstance, right? And then when you find out that the state ultimately is cool with the guys who don't follow rules because they need those guys to not be part of society to show that you can just leave society, that's like true 1,000.
No, fascism is populist ultranationalism.
Yeah, but I'm talking about primordial fascism.
You're talking about internet fascism.
I'm talking about I'm talking about like biological brain fashion.
Okay, well, that's not a real thing.
You don't know, Shaggy.
No, I'm just fucking sick of it. I'm fucking sick and tired of this fucking retard ass. And people are like, well, you know, what's the definition even matter? No, it fucking matters. This is why things are the way they are, because like it does matter, and I'm gonna kill everybody. But I see it as about
for 3 days.
Yeah, and I do real cocaine, bitch. Yeah, sit your ass down.
My brain is extremely focused on what things are right now.
Actually, I'm pretty sure what I've been doing lately is like half meth, half baby powder, but baby laxative. I mean, I'm trying to do real cooking. But, I mean, it's about, I see it, you can take that perspective if you want. My reading of Demolition Man is it's about the duality of dudes rocking. There's, Stallone?
Yeah.
Is the dude who rocks in one way.
Yeah.
And Wesley Snipes is a dude who rocks in the other way.
Different way, yeah.
But in a way, they're the only two real dudes in the movie. And if
there's a third dude. There is a third dude. The third secret dude.
Sandra Bullock, yeah.
No, it's Dennis Leary. Dennis Leary is this third secret dude. He also rocks, but in a way that sucks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, there's nothing really wrong with Wesley Snipes' character in that movie, morally speaking. I mean, he sees a corrupt and decadent Western liberal democracy that's tired and hit the end of its rope, and instead of using populist ultranationalism to undermine it, he takes it into his own hands to become an agent of chaos and highlight the contradictions inherent to the society in which the socius, into which the body without organs is inscribing the conjunctions and disjunctions of his desiring flows, you see.
Listen, that's beyond me. All right, okay.
It's a univocal expression of a...
The next movie that I watched was Pauly, which I don't know if you've seen that movie, but it's a movie where a parrot is played by Tony Shalhoub, and it's... I don't know how to describe the movie at all. It's terrible. It's not a good movie. It's just a movie that exists. And I know that this is not correct. I know that this is incorrect. I'm aware that this is a purely schizophrenic break that I had. Because this movie came out much later than when I was doing, I guess, my childhood prison time on the work farm, on the Nopales Ranch. But the movie Chef, right? Chef came out in like 2007, maybe 2008, 2006, and I was free from that bind by like 13. So there's no fucking way that I saw that movie, but I remember watching that movie at that ranch thousands of times. And there's no way. So I don't know what movie I actually watched. My brain is like, there's a hard block on it, but it says you watch Chef. And I know I didn't watch Chef. I know that. But for some reason, I've seen Chef 1,000 times. Like, maybe over 1,000 times. And, like, honestly, I don't understand the meme of it. I don't understand why it became a meme. Do you remember when it was a meme for a brief amount of... You don't remember that?
Let me see here. Sydney Sweeney, huge
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
No, it's a Chef movie
Yeah.
meme. Sure, the movie's not called Cook?
No, the movie, it's Chef. It's Chef with...
Yeah, Chef.
With Jon Favreau, John Leguizamo.
Chef.
And a guy, he like was a well-regarded, well-respected celebrity chef, and then he has a really bad review, and then he has a crash out, and he decides to open up a small like roach coach, like a
this
taco
movie came
truck.
out 11 years ago.
Yeah, see, there's no fucking way that you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way. But my brain was like, nah, you watch it
That
there.
poster looks like the poster to Little Miss Sunshine. Yeah, Iron Man directed it, huh?
Yes, yes.
Back when he used to make real movies before he got sucked into the machine.
Into the machine.
Machine.
And started podcasting. That's one of the biggest L's I think I take.
This is a different guy. Too many of these Favreaus. Oh, no, he did Iron Man. Okay, wait.
Yeah, he did do Iron Man.
No, okay, there we go.
Yes. Yeah.
It's weird that it's not in the first paragraph of his Wikipedia page is like, it's kind of his big one, isn't it?
It is. I mean, like, low-key, he kind of is the reason why the entire MCU exists in the way that it does. It's because of him, because of the success of Iron Man that he, like, kind of spearheaded. You know what I'm saying? Like, in a lot of ways, the reason why everything fucking kind of sucks right now, it's John Favreau's fault and it's Obama's fault. It's the two faults of the chiral, you know what I'm worried about him, dude.
I don't know. I don't talk to him that much.
Genuinely, I'm worried about him. Like, there's something wrong with him. You know what I'm saying?
What? Well, fucking, yeah. What?
You know him, right? Our friend Shaggy. He's a nice guy. Libertarian, unfortunately. The thing about him, though, is he's got a major problem. And that is, he's racist. Now, that racism is cured by a specially formulated formula of lots of money. And I hate to be put in this position, but every dollar you spend at the HomieVulgaris Patreon.com/the Homie Collective, it makes him less racist. And do you want our best friend, Shaggy, to be less racist? Subscribe today.
Okay. Sure, buddy.
Right, because Jon Favreau is the white Obama. You know what I'm saying?
No. Come now.
No, you don't believe that?
Come now.
You don't think so?
Let us not.
Who's the white Obama? There has to be a white Obama. It's not Joe Biden.
Obama, well, first of all, there hasn't been enough time. Like, if anything, Obama's the black...
Well, that's not true because Kamala Harris is the black... Well, actually, no, she's the white Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton is the black Kamala Harris, right?
I don't think Kamala's profile. Her most important thing, she was vice president, which is like almost like being a negative celebrity.
Yeah, but this is not. You're thinking about this from like a 1-to-1 perspective, where I'm thinking about this in a much more.
There's similar vibes. I understand the vibe, but I don't think that the vibes are strong enough to really. She wanted to be. But like most things, she failed to even become the black
authoritarian
Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton is, at her core, an authoritarian, and a very insidious one at that. Right? She believes in a rule of law that is punitive and prejudicial, and not something that is exonerating or with room for improvement or corrective, which Kamala Harris also feels that way. Both of their careers reflect that commitment to, but then beyond that, and this is more or less like just a politician thing in general, they don't think that where those views stop is exactly where their interests start. Right? And so like they don't feel that punitive, prejudicial expression of what justice is applies to them or the people in their party or people that, and like that's overall that's like just Democrats in general, but I
say Obama's more like the black Jimmy Carter, but not quite. I like Carter better, honestly.
I don't like Jimmy Carter.
He's the only president who ever repented.
If you ask a white guy though, who like the Tea Party guys, do you remember? I used to love those guys. I think they suck. I hated them. They're very whiny babies. They're very proto where we are now, right? Those guys.
They are. I'd take them in a heartbeat over what we got now, though. Honestly, I kind of miss the Tea Party guys.
Because they low-key believed in the law. Like, they believed in some law.
They believed in consensus reality.
Yes, yeah. But, I mean, like, those guys, if you ask them who...
Not that I've got any love for consensus reality in this current instantiation.
If you ask them who Obama was, they would say that he's the black Richard Nixon. And, like, there was a
grandiose.
Yeah, no, absolutely. There's a contingency of guys that I used to fuck with heavily. I don't know how to explain these guys. I've talked about them, not really at length because it's really difficult to try and talk, but there was a lot of YouTubers. There's a lot of right-wing YouTubers, like explicitly Republican, red, like red state kind of, but this is before the epic bacon. This is like before Epic Bacon, Reddit took over for what?
It's like 3 years.
No, yeah, this like there was a brief.
There was like a 3-year period between the founding of YouTube and Epic Bacon era.
There was like a
It was very undefined. Epic Bacon was the first like coalescing.
Yes, and in that time, the Tea Party was just kind of like coalescing too, right? And there was this weird thing that was happening where it was Tea Party guys, and it was the early inklings of what are those called? Not Miranda. What am I talking about? The
sovereign citizen.
Sovereign citizen guys.
For some reason, when you said Miranda,
yeah, because you knew exactly where I was. Because they think that the Miranda rights don't apply to them. That's why. Because they think.
Oh, you mean guys who think they have rights?
Yeah,
and try to stand up for them.
Yes. Yeah. There was.
You mean guys that are like, well, I'm going to be in 10 years probably if things continue apace.
I'm allowed to post this on Twitter because it doesn't break their terms of service. So it can't break the terms of service of America. So I'm allowed to post death threats. And if they remove it, then they've removed my threat, which means that I'm no longer a threat.
I'm not driving, I am traveling.
Yeah. But I mean, like...
Remember when everybody loved to watch those guys get tased? I mean, it was cute for a minute.
I still love those guys. I got so much love in my heart for those fucking dudes because they've got... Honestly... They're the real sons of the chiral mindset.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
I say I don't like that people liked watching them get tased. Like, well, I mean...
Yeah, no, I don't like watching them get tased. I like watching...
They got a point.
I like watching their arguments. I love watching them.
Why is that flag got a fringe on it anyways?
Yeah,
Why
like, what's going on? Right?
Except they don't even do that now. Did you see this thing we might talk on the show where they're just, they're not even putting the flags behind the politicians anymore. They're getting these cones with flag print on them so they look like a draping flag, but it's just like a cone with like a print on it. It's disgusting. I fucking hate it. Like, put up a fucking flag. But the flags don't have fringes, which means they're not operating under maritime law, which means their decrees, everything they say, no legal weight.
Yeah, sick. I can't wait to use this in court when I assassinate a politician. Like, hey, listen, hey, pal. Hey, listen.
Hey, I didn't want to seem partisan or nothing, so I killed a third party.
Your Honor, I was operating under the preconceived notion that this political figure was not actually political because they didn't have the flag draped behind them. And as far as I'm concerned, this is just first-degree murder. This is not anything more than... This is not a political statement. I just killed a guy I didn't like seeing on TV all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To be fair, every single political assassination...
Why is it political if I kill a senator, but not if I kill a McDonald's manager?
Exactly. McDonald's manager is not a political assassination. That guy has more political pull. That guy has been giving us 4 nuggets instead of the 6-piece for fucking decades. All right?
The McDonald's around here is just, I don't like onions. I don't like onions in my burgers, and they know this at McDonald's. And what they've been doing lately, especially the one on Brook Street, is they'll put onions and then they'll put cheese on top to like hide.
Put the address in. I'm putting the address in.
It's the only McDonald's on Brook Street in Missoula, Montana. It's easy to find. It's run by buffoons. We need to bring back like big fat lesbians running McDonald's, is because these current people are not doing a good job.
Brother, that is the schizo activation code of the week. Bing, 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 bing. We need to bring them back. All right, we need to make America lesbian again.
Just the McDonald's, but
no,
America's pretty lesbian. I can't get. Maybe it's just my social circle, but I'm getting a little annoyed. Like the lesbians will see like 2 rocks sitting somewhere, like, oh my god, it's Yuri. It's like, stop, it's not Yuri.
Old man yells at lesbians.
Hey, Yuri, back in my day, Yuri had to have 2 girls with lips kissing each other. It couldn't just be 2 inanimate objects.
Like, old man yelling at lesbian clouds.
They can't be homosexual. They don't have sexuality. They don't have sex. They don't reproduce. That's an air conditioner in a truck. They're not Yuri.
It's time for bed, Grandpa. Come on. All right, let's take you back to the Yuri hospital. What is making
There's no tragic longing here. There's no destruction caused by the intersection of two forces where love and inability to be together creates a self-destructive spiral that is beautiful to behold as two girls kiss.
It would be. I don't think I could be a doctor, because my first thing that I would do is I would bring back the chart and be like, it says you're gay, and I would just do that to literally be like, listen, we ran all the tests, dude. Listen, you're gay. Look,
I gotta say, I don't really approve of what happened with Charlie Kirk, but I did think it was pretty funny that the shooter wrote "You're gay" on the bullet case. I was like, fucking.
Yeah, he did get his ass. He did get his ass.
That's how I know that the FBI didn't fake that one. It's like Cash Patel could never.
He wouldn't be clever enough to think of something that funny. Like
no, when they do it, they just write shit like anti-ice on the bullets.
Yeah, absolutely.
They don't even have real flags for these false flags anymore. They literally false flags. They're telling us they like to broadcast their intentions beforehand, because that's a weird thing conspiracy guys get into. Like, they like to tell you what they're doing.
Why?
They like to why are they the fucking Riddler?
That is my immediate clue to stop paying attention to you. Right? Immediately. It's like, oh, they like to tell you. They like to show off. Why? They're already running a victory lap, dog. In your mind, they are aligned with the lizard people who live underground, and they've already sold our souls to the Anunnaki. What is the victory lap of, like, putting a fucking Illuminati sign on the dollar? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, like, for who? For you? They did that specifically for you? Get the fuck out of here, dude. You're not a real conspiracy theorist. You've never really deeply thought about this stuff. You have no clue what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? I do
it's
hate
like, oh man, if that actually happened, the cover-up would be so difficult people would find out. Ostensibly, we know because we're talking about it, so it's a bad argument.
Yeah.
It'd be so hard to cover up 9/11. People would know about the controlled demolition. Yeah, they do, though. They talk about it a lot.
We've been known. The problem with conspiracy theory in a bigger sense is that, like, a lot of the way that conspiracy theory gets waved away is that for a lot of people, conspiracy requires consensus or some type of, like, the government or some kind of, like, controlling authority coming to them and saying, yeah, that's true. And, like, they need that to happen at a scale that is impossible. Do you get what I'm saying? Because, like, when I talk to conspiracy theorists that are like, yeah, you know, aliens are real and Bigfoot is real, and when I talk to them about that stuff, I get very frustrated, because then I'll try and bring up, like, you know, the CIA brought crack into, like, LA and San Francisco and New York and even, like, they were in Florida and, like, you know, and they're just like, that never happened, dude. And I'm like, dog, the CIA admitted it. And they're like, well, if the CIA admitted it, then there'd be much bigger news about it. I'm like, actually,
look, they got to do it, because otherwise they got to ask Congress for money, and then Congress will be like, what do you want that money for, CIA? And they're gonna be like, so if they sell a little cocaine, you know, they don't have to ask for any funding.
Jimmy Carter is actually responsible for the crack epidemic, right? Like, people get mad at me for this one, but Jimmy Carter is responsible for it. I think that what he was doing was good. I think that his inability to see past his own nose is what fucking caused a lot of this stuff. This is me less condemned. I don't like Jimmy Carter. I don't really like any U.S. president.
I don't like him as a president. I like that he repented afterwards and devoted
I don't like any
like
single president. I have, like, as a part of principle for me personally, I just don't fuck with any U.S. president, right? There's not I can really fuck with your politics and really enjoy you as, like, but the moment you become U.S. president, you kind of take a mantle that's much larger than you, and you can't. To want to be elected to an office where you, like, essentially have always been a part of a steamrolling machine that is just, like, meant to just do terrible shit worldwide for the interest, like, locally. It's tough for me to, like, see humanity in you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to prove that shit to me, and, like,
well, that's very human. So I know it's like turning into like a catchphrase for me, but it's always it's never stuff animals do that we call inhuman. There's nothing more human than wanting to be king of the. There's no greater expression of humanity than being in charge of the steamrolling machine.
I agree with you, But I think that the only other person that agrees with me is Peter Thiel, although he's doing it in a very stupid way.
Peter Thiel's right about a lot of stuff. He just takes the interesting choice of being like, well, I guess I'll be Sauron.
No, what I mean by like Peter Thiel agrees with me is that I believe that it's our job as humans to transcend what you were just saying, the things that make us human, the mistakes that we make, and when I say that, when I speak, sorry, like I got a fucking jet.
What makes you think that's a mistake?
There's a massive jet going on.
No, I meant what makes you think the steamrolling machine is a mistake?
I'm gonna let this pass. I'm probably gonna fucking. But what I'm getting at, right? How the fuck is there jets in the air and the government shut down, dog?
Oh, they gotta be. They give it a couple weeks though. And also because Ronald Reagan actually, technically, he did some shit when the airline traffic controllers were striking back in the day, so they can't really do much about it anymore. What are they gonna do? Make the planes start flying into each other?
That would be cool. Hey pal, I was off. What do you?
Well, maybe they could wait till next week because I got family that's flying right now.
Okay, never mind. Yeah,
do it to somebody else's family.
Yes,
you know?
do it to anyone else's family other than Shaggy's. Because
mine is not good. But I don't want to.
My good friend, he used to be my shop steward at the post office, and now we just hang out, and I still do mailman stuff with him, like union stuff with him. Anyways, today we have like a ritual where once every couple months or so, every Sunday, we go and we canvass and try and get people to join the union and shit. It usually works. Sometimes it doesn't. Like today was kind of a failure, but it doesn't matter because we always get lunch afterwards. And he was like, I finally figured out what political figure you remind me of. And I was like, and who is that? And he's like, it's Pancho Villa. And I was like, racist. And then
Well, like Pontius Pilate.
And then he was just, and I was like, what? But why though? And he's like, because Pancho Villa would always say this. Listen, war crimes and like taking power and wanting control, that shit's bad. But when I do it, it's awesome.
Yeah. I've been thinking about, I should read Hobbes because I've been thinking about the concept of Leviathan and kind of the nature of
I disagree with Hobbes.
Society.
I disagree with Hobbes deeply, very deeply. I don't think it is natural for man and humanity to be cutthroat. I think that the conditions that caused that scarcity was very real for a very long time, and then it stopped being real in pockets. And at the moment that stops being real, you are given a choice there, or at least there's two choices. There's two like branching paths that you can go, right? And like, not to like, I guess hagiography like Native American, like.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't really go on to that. You're probably you're definitely gonna say some noble savage shit here.
No. But like, they had their culture, their cultures.
Which one?
There are lots of them,
Yeah.
but they did, especially like
which culture? There's nothing you can really say about Native American culture anymore. You can be like, think about human culture.
When I talk about Native Americans, I don't just mean like, I guess I gotta expand. When I talk about Native Americans, I don't just mean the people that were like in America, like in the United States of America. I'm talking about the entirety, like North and South America, right? There's countless like what's the word I'm thinking about? It's when you study anthropological sources that kind of talk about how the societies that were being built in these, because like it's very, one of the things that I think it's like under low key a little racist, that like European classification of how societies work. They don't consider these as societies. They consider them as cultures, or they consider them as tribes. But the reality is these places had cities. These places had big, large infrastructure.
Well, cultures, civilization is the word where you start to get
Yeah. It becomes racist when the moment that they say civilization. You're right. But what I'm getting at though is that like these places had infrastructure that was wholly different or interesting, that was organizing lots of people along these lines of like, okay, and this is your station, this is where you are, and a lot of them were horizontalist. There was some hierarchy, especially as you like with Aztec and Mayan. There was definitely a very rigid hierarchy, and a lot of that comes from just the fact that there was fucking millions of people there, even hundreds of millions of people there, right? This is one of the before Hernan Cortez, the few Spaniards that had made their way expedition to early Americas, they were shocked by how many fucking people were there, especially like in the Bahamas alone. They were like, there's hundreds of millions of people here, like, and their societies were, I'm sure that they had the same problems that any society has, but in a larger sense, there was like this sense of like, we're not starving, right? Like we're not starving each other. There is no like real, there's like a type, I don't know how to explain this in a way that doesn't like that. I'm not an anthropological expert, but their societies didn't suffer from the systemic problems that Europe had, which was like a lack of resources, which was this cutthroat nature of like only certain people should be educated, and beyond that there should be like a clerical hierarchy where only these people should be able to read and only these people should be able to do that. That didn't exist in early American societies.
No, but it was still organized along lines of violence.
Yeah. Yes, no, and I'm
because
not
all societies are society is an act of violence, and that's what I'm kind of getting at. Is I've been thinking a lot about lately. It's like, well, I guess we just can't do this because if we don't, and it's not even a matter of scarcity. It's just, I mean, we lack scarcity because we have developed infrastructure and systems in order to ensure that, you know, we did agriculture and manufacturing and then some industrialization.
We're about to have scarcity again very soon, by the way, in America.
Yeah, which
because
I just can't get behind any of the more optimistic takes on it. It's like, but society's organized a lot by violence, and it has to be maintained because even little breakdowns can be catastrophic and lead to.
Yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is that like, don't be changed by that shit. Don't let inconvenience. There's two things, like two guiding principles, I guess, to like my own life. One of them is don't let bitterness guide your actions. I like think about that a lot. I think about that phrase a lot, right? Because I have done that in the past a lot, and have fucked myself every time. I've gotten more bitter by allowing bitterness to fucking guide how I reacted to things, right? And the second guiding principle is like, don't let an inconvenience cause calamity, right? And like for me, being changed, being altered by something that is an inconvenience to a degree where like I can't get my little treat anymore. And now I have to fucking rob my neighbor to get my little treat.
But they will. That's the thing. It's like you can have all your nice little, and I agree with you. And I bet every individual that you would meet would agree with you. But when push comes to shove, they'll fucking do that.
This is what I'm trying to say though. Like being conscious of it, keeping that here, front of mind, right where it's supposed to be. That does keep me from doing shit like that.
Yeah, me too. But that only influences
that,
my actions.
I think that being capable of reminding people that is important. It's probably more important than like, I don't know. I just don't agree with Locke, or it was
Hobbes.
I don't agree with Hobbes. Is like that is the conclusion that is how people are.
They are though. No, especially in groups. Like you can have all your nice little like morality as an individual, but group dynamics are entirely different and have very little in the way of.
I don't think that's true either. I think that there's lots of evidence to the contrary of that. I think like because like society is extremely brutal in a lot of ways, and it continues getting brutaler and brutaler and brutaler. And then there's always a moment of exposition where like you just kind of no. We're not going to take this shit anymore. We want a better society, and then it happens.
Usually through brutality.
Yes and no, but like I mean, like this is me libbing out right now, but like the civil rights movement happened, and the people who like took the brunt of that fucking horror still were capable of changing society in a deeply meaningful way. I mean,
Yes.
even like Gandhi, and like getting one of the most powerful nations with the most powerful navy, with the most powerful interest in a country that had a stranglehold over, to release that over the possibility of the blame of death of one person or like a group of people. Literally, all of those are really amazing acts that are superhuman, that were done by people who were like literally elevating themselves, pulling themselves away from the humanity of like, well, if they're gonna be brutal to me, I gotta be brutal right back. And like, even I struggle with that shit.
I would say, I would suggest, if I was going to be a little dark about it, it still relies on brutality.
Yeah.
The brutality of the oppressor. By highlighting it, you at least temporarily paint yourself as. I heard an interesting speech by Dr. King. I don't know if you heard of him.
Yeah, no, I don't listen to hip hop. That's the most racist thing I think I've ever said. My bad. Listen, I feel bad about saying that.
He was talking about. I heard him.
That one sucks.
They played a speech of his on the radio, the community radio around here the other day, and he was talking about nonviolence and its power. And it's like, yeah, it is interesting that this is a tactic that's only a pretty recent development. Like nonviolence, like a 20th century development, and definitely worked for a while there. I'm not sure about its applications today, but nobody seems interested in it. So, because. Well, we get into that, but
yeah.
Like because either the system has adapted to it and found the workarounds, or the workaround was getting people to stop believing it and just start posting psycho shit about like, I'm glad Charlie. I think he should have had more holes in his neck. But I did see that really gay statue that this university commissioned of Jesus holding Charlie Kirk. And
no, I literally have been completely. I've not been offline, but I have been out of the circle of like politics stuff purely because.
Go ahead and say it.
What?
I'm employed.
Well, yeah, no, that's one of the reasons.
Hang on, let's start over. Marcos, did you see the Charlie
No, I have
Kirk
a job.
Jesus statue?
No, I'm gainfully employed.
I am devastated. I'm done.
No, but that's not why. I've literally just been I've been self-reflecting a lot and like just doing a lot of like work. I've been like working on myself in a genuine way. I've been going to class. I've been trying to focus better at work. I've been trying to take things on, like be a little bit more responsible in my life and do things that are good and you know, I've been trying to do these things. But on top of all of that, I also have been like getting hit with the psychic damage of people being mean to us on YouTube. And like, listen, it doesn't hurt, but it stings.
If you're about to leave a nasty comment on this YouTube short, I just want you to know you're a fucking faggot.
I'm gonna have to cut that, but regardless, that's not making it to the YouTube short. But I'm just saying, you know,
we cuss. We cuss on here. We watch violent movies. We play violent video games.
This ain't your mama's podcast, boy.
Say Bill Maher.
Yeah, this
I
ain't
guess
Bill
he
Maher.
cusses too.
He says the N-word, actually. Bill Maher's kind of a more extreme version of what we do, actually.
Well, I mean, there are times where I see him like, I'm such a coward, Bill Maher. Like, I'm not even as edgy as Bill fucking Maher.
Anyways.
But I'm smarter, so.
That's true.
And cuter. And less misogynistic, less racist. Working on it, but still less racist. I have decided that my Hellenic tendencies, my love of the ancient Greeks, I think that means that I can be a little bit racist against the Turks. Which is easy enough. I mean, they make it easy. But
I just want to say that, like,
they're really loud, for one thing. Loud, no indoor voice.
I've been working a lot.
Never met a race that catcalls women nearly as much. Like, oh my god. I used to work with some, I'd be like,
okay,
God
all right,
damn it, you guys.
Listen, we gotta go. I love all of it.
Wait, you were gonna say something.
I was just gonna say that, like,
I don't have to go.
Please be nice to me. I have a fragile ego, right? I like to play a guy who, like, I don't give a fuck about anything, but that shit, I cry at night. I sit in my room and I'm in tears I'm scrolling through. I go through your social media when you guys are mean to me, and I'm like, this guy's got such a cool life. I'm just a stupid little gay boy. And like, it hurts. It hurts. I'm just letting you know. You know, it sucks. I don't like it, but whatever. It's cool. Whatever. Keep doing. You know what? Leave a hate comment below.
My feelings get hurt easily too, man. Somebody that I care about in some way.
I just like, I don't know. For me, the weight carries harder when it's a stranger. When it's somewhere like
super shit. You know I hate that one.
Yeah. Anyways. All right, we gotta go. I gotta read out the homie.
Do you?
Yeah. I do. I gotta take.
Where are you going?
I have to take a shit, like a really bad one.
Did you ask if I needed to take a shit? Maybe I do too, but I'm just powering through it.
Well, I'm difficulty powering through it, so.
I want to have to take a shit because it feels so good, but.
You're out of your mouth. Okay, anyways. Shouts out to the following homies. This is a great name, by the way. Andale, mama, yeah, uh-oh.
Hell yeah.
Shouts out. I love that. Yoni42. I almost thought that was going to be 420, which would have been awesome. World's largest micro penis.
Yoni is the ultimate answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything.
That's true. This is out of order again, so I'm just gonna say world's largest micro penis again at the end because I just love capping off. World's largest Margot penis, White Daddy, aka how about you 3D print some hoes on your dick, wax replica.
How about you 3D print a new part of that? Keep White Daddy, but the other part's getting a little stale.
Yeah. Watch me use these prehensile nipples to pick up pennies off the floor. All right, that's cool.
I've been watching. It's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. Visico, UAE Exotic Falconry Finance, Twat Snatch Beaver, Theo, Thug Dimmadome. They call me the White Devil even though I'm Irish. Hell yeah. Theo, the Tarquin, the Shareholders, the Sam Porter Limit, the Homie Shop Steward, the Hat Man, the Empty Set, the Disfigured Love Child of all John Cloncos. The Chiral Spectre strikes again. Super deformed. I forgot to change my name the last 3 weeks. Hell yeah. Steven Civignano, Stephanie Flynn, Stacy's Unk got me in a funk. Oh wait, I think
Dave Hitler.
These are old ones. Hold on, I gotta change this shit. I hate that they change this at least once a week, dude. They change this at least once a week. They're like, yeah, let's change this. Let's make this all different now. Okay. We didn't get too far ahead. Let's see. Yeah. The blah 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 blah. Stacy's Unk got me in a funk. Super Male Boy 64. Somewhere Systems. Solidus Red. Sakram Legnar. Sir Brainy. Santa's favorite MILF. Sadish Radish. What's up, Sadish? Ripstone Quam. Pod Ivy's name is Grungus on Discord Real. Ogan Acid. Names. My shirt is shitty. You gotta change your shirt, big dog. We sell shirts, by the way. Click on the link in our bio. Get yourself some HomieVulgaris stuff. We got the Yakubian shirt. It still slaps. It's the perfect fit. For
I think the hat looks better. Actually,
the hat does look better.
One.
Yeah. Miss Bird, Miss V, Midwest Maker, Marie, Mariko, El Que Lolea, Lesbian Actual, aka Gray Market MILF, Lee Elliott, Laura, Kiefer, Kenzie Lay, Kat, Jonathan Weber, Joe Cassidy, Jiren, Jim Schmungus, Jason Sexo, the Ombudsman of Funk, Jade, Her Holiness Pope Marin IV, He Devil in France, Griselda Noises, Green World, Gray Market Peptides Kill My Dog. How? You can't be giving dogs gray market peptides.
I think the president's going to make it cheaper, actually.
It's either white market peptides or black market peptides, never gray market peptides.
That's just somebody gets a Ozempic and you buy it off of them.
This is a classic mistake. I'm sorry you had to go through this, but I've also went through this too. Do not, black or white.
Who hasn't killed their dog with gray market Ozempic?
God's Creature, Gabriel, Fuzzy Nalgas, fuck Cheech. What did Cheech do? What did he do?
He broke up with Chong.
That's real.
They're doing one final movie though.
Sick. Fred Sharman, Frank Javsey, Florian Illebauer, even smaller Micro Peanuts, Doug M, DJ Hogan, counting or not counting Scuba Steve's father. I'm always counting Scuba Steve's father.
See, I think Cheech, especially after the Corsican brothers, and then he was in Oliver and Company, and I think he was like, I'm going to be the big celebrity SA. I don't need you anymore, man.
He doesn't talk like that, racist. Kami, maybe Alexa, play the boys.
Cheech is the one talks like that. Chunks was like, I don't know, man.
Chubb Cuckford.
Dave's not here, man.
They got me. Chubb Cuckford. You're so good at this. I don't know why you get me like. Oh, never mind. Chris Watson, Chris Wade, CHO Fetskatch, CH or Cha Cha Slide, Cassio, who, by the way, sold me Fent. Great deals. Carrie is doing her best. Brian H.
How the hell you gonna be buying Fent from Cassio?
Briggy, Billy Egregor, Augur, Andrew Morgado, and the specialist of thanks to Ain't Shit Show title enjoyer, Agentic AI Entrepreneurs Scale, AI. Okay. A bag of sand. A homie was here. $10 more to the Gorilla Chow Fund. I love all of you. Thank you.
World's largest micro
huss. I want everyone to know that there is skits coming. We've been they're probably going to play out through in the middle of the podcast. I'll probably upload them later when I get a chance.
We're calling them skits O's.
Yeah, I know I've been very busy and all over the place now, and I really do appreciate all of you guys just kind of hanging out.
I want to say that I do appreciate you all for listening. I know I can come across as harsh and abrasive and intimidating because of my intelligence and cool factor.
And also people want you to do a Seth Rogen impression. People are very mean.
Donkey Kong.
Someone said that. Someone told us. Someone in the
I saw they said we were Seth Rogen and one of the other ones if they'd never done
Jonah
it.
Hill if we never made it, and it made me laugh, but it got my ass. He did get my ass, but then I was like, I'm not fat enough to be Jonah Hill, am I? And then now it's just
your face is rounder than mine. So.
Oh, you bastard! All right,
I mean, fat, just circular.
That's it. I'm out of here. This is the last episode we're ever doing. Bye.
People.
The Fitness Gram Pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic